Burkina citizens had visa-free or visa-free on arrival, access to 57 countries and territories, ranking the Burkina passport 87th in terms of travel freedom. The GDP per capita of this country is $787 a year, or a little over $2 a day, making it one of the poorest countries in the Western Hemisphere. In this video, I'm going to give you the advantages and disadvantages of getting residency by investment in Burkina Faso. Also, if you're making at least $150,000 a year and or you've got a net worth at least 1 million US and you want to learn how to legally get your income taxes to zero, how to get a second passport, as quick as 2 months, do 3 things. Hit the subscribe button to the right of your screen right here and you'll get new videos as they come out automatically, and don't forget to hit that notification bell next to that subscribe button. And number 2 is I'd like to hear from you. If you got a question or comment, just put it below and I'll get back with you. And number 3 is go to our website, www.citizenshipquickly.com, and ask for some help to solve any sort of citizenship, residency, or tax problem that you've got. All right, now Burkina Faso is a landlocked country in West Africa that covers an area of about 105,900 square miles, and it's bordered by Mali to the northwest, Niger to the northeast, Benin to the southeast, Togo and Ghana to the south, and the Ivory Coast to the southwest. All right, now the July 2019 population estimate by the United Nations was 20,321,378 people. Previously called the Republic of Upper Volta from 1958 to 1984, it was renamed Burkina Faso on the 4th of August 1984 by President Thomas Sankara. Its citizens are known as Burkinabe. Due to French colonization, the country's official language of government and business is French. However, only about 15% of the population actually speaks French on a regular basis. There are 59 native languages spoken in Burkina, with the most common language called Moor, spoken by roughly 50% of Burkinabe people. All right, now the easiest way to get the residency is simply by just setting up a company in Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso residents are taxed on their worldwide income. The tax rates are as follows. There is an individual income tax rate as high as 25%. The corporate tax rate is 27.5%. The VAT is 18%. There is a Social Security tax paid by the employer, which is 16%. All right, now let's look at the citizenship, or ways that you can actually get citizenship. Let's look at birth. Birth in Burkina Faso alone does not automatically confer Burkinabe citizenship unless the parents are unknown. At least one parent was born in Burkina Faso, or the child would otherwise become stateless. A child born in Burkina Faso to non-citizenship parents may, however, be eligible to apply for citizenship at a later date. All right, now also you can get citizenship by descent. Any child who has at least one Burkinabe citizen parent has a right to Burkinabe citizenship from birth, regardless of the place of birth or the marital status of the parents. You can also get citizenship by marriage. The spouse of a Burkinabe citizen becomes a Burkinabe citizen automatically, regardless of sex. There is no requirement to reside in Burkina Faso for this. All right, now there is another way, which is, of course, by the naturalization, and this is done by a foreign national may apply for Burkinabe citizenship upon meeting the following requirements. They have to have 10 years residence in Burkina Faso, and they can reduce that to 2 years if actually born in Burkina Faso. You also have to have good moral character, no convictions, also good mental health. There is no requirement to renounce previous nationalities. All right, now let's look at the dual citizenship aspect. Burkinabe citizens are permitted to hold dual citizenship. I'm going to give you my evaluation on this program, and it is as follows. I like the fact that the country does allow dual citizenship. If you have a business that requires a lot of employees, for instance, they're going to have some of the lowest labor costs in the world, but the key is you're going to have to be able to deal with the culture, and also find good, competent people from people that speak good English, that, they're very literate. I don't like the tax laws, and this country does tax worldwide income to its residents. I also hate the visa-free travel at only 57 countries and territories, especially since just with a St. Kitts passport, you can get about triple that number of visa-free countries as what this country offers. Plus, St. Kitts has no income tax or capital gains tax, and Burkina Faso does. You can get the passport in St. Kitts as quick as 2 months instead of having to wait 10 years just to apply for the passport with Burkina Faso. And there's no guarantee of getting the passport, even after that time period. That's the problem. Plus, you're going to have to pass the language test to get the passport. Remember this, and this is something I emphasize so much, and you really should stamp this in your brain, and that is, remember that a good fast-track citizenship program has the following traits, and don't bypass these when you're looking for a citizenship package. And they are: get a citizenship program that you know you can get as long as you don't have a civil or criminal past. A lot of these residency by investment countries don't go by the statutory requirements after the minimum residency requirements have been made, therefore messing up your plans for a passport in a reasonable amount of time. By getting just, for instance, a St. Kitts passport, you don't run this kind of problem, because St. Kitts passport you can get as quick as 4 to 5 months instead of waiting 10 or 15 or 20 years. And then you can only apply. Doesn't mean you're going to get the passport. And number 2 is make sure the country you're applying for has no military requirements to get the passport. And number 3 is make sure the tax system that's in place for that country is either territorial or pure tax haven and does not tax worldwide income on investment income. To give you an example, St. Kitts does not only not have an income tax outside the country, it doesn't have an income tax inside the country as well. And number 4 is make sure that if there's a language requirement that you're already fluent in that language before applying, or don't apply. One nice thing about St. Kitts that I do like a lot, there's no language test that you have to take. And, it's a totally English-speaking country. And number 5 is always verify that dual citizenship is allowed, or don't engage in that program. St. Kitts does allow dual citizenship in all countries, and so does Burkina Faso, but it's got all those other negatives. It just throws it out the window. You want to get in also, number 6, you want to get into a passport that has as many visa-free countries that you can get, but having the requirements I've just mentioned before. And you should have at least visa-free travel to the Schengen countries. And number 7 is remember that a lot of the countries reserve the most lucrative business opportunities like life insurance, real estate, retail, and other businesses to citizens. So, if it's going to take you a lot of years to get citizenship, you're not going to be able to work during all those years if they're barring everybody out unless they're a citizen, from working. So you really need to check this out before you do an international move. And number 8 is always, when you move to a new country where you don't know the language, it's going to take you 3 times longer to get everything done. And it's going to set you back on everything. So I advise people, don't go to a country unless you know that language either fluently or pretty close to fluently. Anyway, if you're making at least $150,000 US dollars a year, or you want to, or you've got at least $1 million net worth, and you want to legally get your taxes to 0, or you want to get a second passport as quick as 3 months, do 3 things. Hit the subscribe button to the right of your screen here, and you get new videos as they come out. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button or the notification bell next to that subscribe button. And number 2 is I'd like to hear from you if you got a question or comment. Just put it below. And number 3 is go to our website, www.citizenshipquickly.com, and hit that top bar that says apply with us, fill out the questions, then hit that bottom bar that says send it to us. We'll get back with you. We deal with a lot of citizenship by investment, residency by investment countries all over the world that I think you'd be interested in learning about, and I look forward to talking to you on the next video. Take care.